What's going on, Men's Physique fans from all over the world? Welcome to another episode of the Men's Physique Show. Let's go. Hey, coming out of Greece right now, that man right there, shooting them trays like Jalen Brunson. The Australian voice of Men's Physique. Phil Naselli. Let's go, baby. That's right.
Let's go, Phil. Our favorite
Holding
European
down the paint
host.
like he always does. The heartbeat of Men's Physique. Coming out here like Carl Anthony Towns. You know him. Hart McGrath, the heartbeat of Men's Physique. Let's go.
Let's go, Chin Strap McGravy.
Hey,
And it's your boy, the scrappy gaffer, like Mikal Bridges out here, ready to play defense, ready to throw that offense on you. Aline Bolton out of Hotlanta. Let's go.
Let's go, Gaffer.
Let's go.
Yo,
Let's
we got
go.
a crazy show. We're crazy like them boys out in New York right now, turning the city upside down, breaking cars, flipping over tables. There's fire, there's tigers, there's bears, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Let's get into it. Toronto Pro, man, a lot of shows today. How you feeling, Hart? How you feeling?
I'm feeling so good. I've been waiting to hop on with you boys. We've had great energy over the last few days. Go check out our First of all, let me back up. Let me say one word, but it has 5 numbers in it. 30,000.
Let's
30,000.
Thank you, Horde. Thank you, Horde. Wow.
Jeez.
Massive.
That's huge.
Massive.
Huge.
Phil, how does that make you feel when you hear 30,000 Horde members have joined the community and tuned into our channel?
I mean, man, what a feeling. I mean, all us boys are so proud. I know that for a fact. I mean, the amount of work that we've put into this and to have such loyal supporters and fans, you know, from the men's physique division and even bodybuilding divisions from all parts of the world. It's so good to hear. I mean, we've been doing this for 7 months now, 30,000 Horde members officially subscribed to the YouTube channel. And who knows, where is this YouTube channel going to grow to by the Olympia? No, let's aim for 100,000. Guys, I reckon we can make that happen. Guys, if you haven't, by the way, if you have joined onto this video and you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, help us make that goal a reality. We want 100,000 by the Olympia. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, tap the bell icon so you want to first see every episode or interview when they go live. Man, we got a big show ahead, Hart. Let's get into it.
It's a massive show, and briefly, I want to talk about Shun Kaneko because this guy has just solidified Japan's place in the men's physique world. I mean, first we had Junpei Taguchi, then we had Joe Uezato, then I found out Lee Jimbo isn't from Japan, he's from China, and now we have Shun Kaneko winning the Toronto Pro. And this was a massive win for Japan, an even more massive win for Shun Kaneko and Coach Cuts. Avamp, I'll go over to you first. Here's his posing routine. Break it down for the fans. What do you think of Mr. Toronto 2026, Shun Kaneko?
The first thing I want to say about Shun is this is a long time coming. I mean, from the Olympia last year, I know he did the Hawaii show, he did a Taiwan show, he's done a couple of shows, you know, around the States. It was bound to happen. I'm glad that he's finally got that first pro show win for 2026. The guy looked impressive. He looked great. He's gotten better with every single show, and with Cuts, you know, under the arm of Cuts. I mean, one of the best, if not the best coach in the world. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's peaked him absolutely perfectly for this show. And not only that, I think what may have also helped Shun with this week's show was the fact that he actually spent a bit of time with Jeremy Buendia, being under his roof. You know, obviously they would have been helping each other out, posing tips, diet tips, mentality tips, everything. No, I'm sure Jeremy would have given him a whole spiel of headspace and mindset leading into this show, and it's worked wonders for him. And like you said, Hart, man, I don't know what's going on with Japan and the Japanese athletes, but they are running rampage at the moment in the US. I don't know how many more Japanese athletes are flying over to the US next couple of weeks to compete, but if Joe, Junpei, and Shun are anything to go by, these guys are going to be lethal. Gaffer, what do you think?
Man, first and foremost, I just want to give a shout out to all the Horde members out there. That 30,000 is an incredible mark for us, and it continues to grow every single day. So I'm so stoked about that. Also, I also want to give a shout out to everybody, all of our fans and everyone who watches our shows and watches our reels, because I was a little premature, you know, classifying Shun as qualified for the O. I thought that because of the rules and everything, he won the Taiwan Pro last year. the end of last year, and I thought that show was for 2026, but it was for 2025. Come to find out, and Shun told me, we were talking in the backdrop and everything. And he's like, actually, I love the enthusiasm. I can't wait. But he's got 22 points right now. He's probably solidified his placing in the Olympia, so he doesn't really need to do another show. If you've got over 20, 21 points, you're probably going to make it, considering where we are in the season. And he looks good, but he may do another show, he said. So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to seeing him in Japan when I'm out there in a couple of weeks. But Shun Kaneko getting down with Jeremy Buendia, having cuts there, was just the perfect blend, the perfect team to have. His back looked great, that Wagyu beef back, as you call it, Avon. And he looked crispy in the front, man. He brought that conditioning that, Shun needs to bring. And if he brings this, he's a hard guy to beat. So kudos to him.
I'm with you, boys. Shun looked phenomenal. Really happy for him. Horde, you heard it right. Aleem is going to be in Japan with Shun, drinking some sake. So be ready for that. As far as Physique League went, Shun was not the favorite. And he actually personally DM'd me and he said, hey, I beat the favorite this weekend. And he did. I had Drew as the favorite. A lot of people had Drew. And that's who we're going to talk about next. Drew Collin, second place. I personally reached out to Drew, boys, and I said, bro, this is my favorite package of yours to date. This is the best Drew Collin I've ever seen. He said, yeah, this was the best package I've ever brought. He didn't have to tell me that. You can just see it. This is that Mr. Olympia type look from Drew Collin. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see a lot of perfect 4K footage this weekend, boys, when I was looking at the show. And when I saw the best Drew I've ever seen, right away, I'm like, damn, Drew's going to win this show. I mean, Drew's arms look good. Drew's chest was the fullest I've ever seen his chest. The hair in the face always looks spot on. I mean, that he's just genetically gifted with that all the time. The back looked the best it's ever looked. It was absolutely shredded. There's more muscle separation. I do see little improvements from the back, which is a hard thing to do. 5, 6, 7 years into Drew's career? Gaff, I'll throw it over to you first. What do you think of still? I think he has maybe tied for the most, one of the most. He has 2 Toronto Pro wins. That was Shun's first. But what do you think of Drew Collin placing second? A lot of people disagree with this final placing. Do you think most shredded Drew Collin deserves second place here?
Man, I, like you and like a lot of the other fans, I had Drew in first after the prejudging. But again, the quality was not there. Like, these shows, and we're going to talk about Mile High in a second here. I mean, in my humble opinion, the promotion of the shows they just need to be a little bit better. The streaming just needs to be a little bit better. Because fans want to know, they want to see. And I think it came down to a split hair difference, man. I think that Shun, we kind of knew, was coming in with the more favorable back pose, just because he's got a thicker, wider back. But Drew's got that detail in that back that he didn't have. And his front shot is just killer, man. I had Drew, literally was prepared, had a screenshot of Drew and with chains on that, I was ready to post and everything, and call him Mr. T, winning potentially the third Toronto Pro. I thought it was his best look, hands down. I agree with you, Hart. The chest was full. The arms looked great. The thin skin, the detail in the back was all there. His posing is one of the best in the game, hands down. He's got that look. I think maybe if he had his lucky charm, his lady was with him, maybe things would have been a little bit different, So what do you think, Avon?
Boys, you boys have just said everything that I was thinking. I mean, leading into this show, I'm with both of you. Drew was my favorite moving into the show. Even by looking at the physiques, he didn't miss the mark. I mean, he did everything that he needed to do. He came in absolutely polished. I've said it a lot of times throughout the year that this guy gets better and drier and leaner as the weeks go on, as he does more shows, as he gets on more stages. To your point, Hart, the improvements in the back are there. I saw comments, people are still roasting Drew about his back. I don't think these people can roast him anymore. Yes, it's not the best back in the world, but he has made improvements. And this photo alone, this screenshot right here shows all that. He's got the separation. He was dry in the back. The detail is there. His back has gotten a little bit wider since 2025. He has made improvements. He has made subtle improvements, but at the end of the day, he has made improvements in the right direction, and his back will continue to get better. His physique will continue to get better. And in my eyes, Drew didn't do anything wrong on the weekend. He brought the best package, like you said, Hart, that he's ever brought to stage. He was just beaten by a better man on the day.
Yeah, bro, you can see the lines. You see the vascularity in his back and the veins and everything, bro. I mean, he's fucking most shredded for a reason. That's literally what he goes for. Yeah.
Even the tan was absolute money. And those shorts, those three-piece shorts that he was wearing on the day were actually really, really cool as well. So, yeah, I think he just brought a damn good package.
I think if he had brighter shorts, it might have drew the eyes to him. It might have drew the eyes to Drew a little bit more. I don't know, but against the dark and red, black and red background, the red and black shorts, I definitely love the shorts, but I think that maybe a little bit lighter might have popped more, like Shun's was a contrast, in my humble opinion. Maybe that played from a judge being able to see you and look at you. But I mean, everyone knows Drew. Let's keep it real. They're looking at the favorite. Yeah.
The only thing I wish Drew would have done this weekend differently is to hold the fucking front pose longer, because it looks so damn good, man. That is a top 9 front pose in the world to me. When Drew's chest is full like that, and of course he comes in shredded, Mr. Mo shredded, dude, I think everyone had Drew winning this show. Obviously, 99.9% of us weren't in person, weren't 10 feet away like the judges. They made their call. Can't take anything away from Drew. Incredible look. I asked Drew what the next show is. Like you said, Aleem's going to get with the misses, and they'll come up with a game plan. But I'm excited for that one. Third place at the go ahead.
Hart, did you know, I don't know if you boys knew, but they had a major delay at this Toronto Pro Show between prejudging and finals. I wonder how much that impacted him, because they were supposed to start like maybe, I want to say almost 2 hours or something, like certainly an hour and a half earlier. Things were supposed to kick off for the finals. And it was like late at night, East Coast time, 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, when are the guys getting on? Like, that's just a lot of time between prejudging and finals, versus some of the other shows where they literally go prejudging and go right into finals, you know? So I wonder how much that impacted the guys, because you're trying to peak, you're trying to hit your peak and time it just correctly. And, you know, obviously that throws you off in terms of your food, what you can eat, what you can't eat, and everything, the stress that the body's under. You know, I wonder if that threw off the look in the finals, and maybe that's how Shun edged him out just a little bit. I don't know.
Good point.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Third place at the Toronto Pro out of Brazil was our boy Julio Cesar, and this was the physique that threw everything off in Physique League. When we talk about Physique League last week, everyone had Shun, everyone had Drew, everyone had Tariq, or everyone had Zach Savoie. No one, third place Julio, okay. But again, Drew at first place. This guy out of Brazil threw everyone's placings off. Julio Cesar brought a really interesting, kind of gnarly, shredded, great peaked physique. Gaffa, I'll throw it over to you first, or am I going to Avon? Who wants to talk about this guy?
Now go to Gaffa.
All right.
Gaffa, third place at the Toronto Pro. What do you think? Break this down for the Horde.
Bro, my mind is blown. Pause. I mean, look at his abs and the ab cage in that midsection. I think he's peeled. Look, you see in his calves, the striations in his calves. I mean, everything is there. This guy is peeled to death. I mean, does he have skin? I don't know. I think they literally just spray tanned the spray right on the muscle itself, and there's no skin, because he is peeled. Look at his abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 abs right there. Plus all the lines in the obliques and everything. The guy looks great. Full chest, bubbly shoulders. Doesn't have the widest clavicle. I think that's the only thing. He doesn't have the widest clavicle, but the guy is peeled. And when you come in with that type of conditioning, when you control the controllables, very muscular guy, as you can see, not the tallest guy, not the biggest guy in the world, but definitely packs a lot of muscle. I'm impressed, man. This, not sleeping on him anymore. And to your point, Hart, you had said this to us off the scene here. He's got a set of wheels, and the guy's got a set of wheels. So just really impressive. What do you think, Avon?
First thing I thought when I saw this guy's midsection was, does this midsection remind you of the King of Europe, Emil Walker? His abs,
yeah, kind of has that bubbliness to it. Yeah,
he's got
sure,
those
bro.
bubbly round abs, which are really, really cool. Even like you guys said, like his obliques are just absolutely conditioned, dialed. He's got a look about him as well. He's got the face that matches the physique. I mean, end of the day, it's a beauty contest. Well, it's a male beauty contest, so to speak. And he definitely has a look about him. He definitely has that men's physique look about him. And yeah, really, really excited to see more of him. I mean, he was a 2025 Olympian. Yeah. Can't wait to see this guy back on stage.
I'm glad the judges rewarded a guy who isn't well known at all, but came in with a fantastic package. I mean, I don't know, between him and Drew, I don't know who peaked better. This guy looked incredible. As Aleem said, great set of wheels. Brazil doesn't leave the wheels not on the table. Like they bring the wheels every time. Remember the name, Horde, out of Brazil. Julio Cesar is coming. 3rd place at the Toronto Pro. Pause. How about this guy? Zach Savoie. Avon, our boy, who brings in those details. The Gaffa was saying how he kind of has that Vitor Chavez, Drew Collin mixture type of look. What do you think about 4th place Zach at this show? Seems like he's getting better and better every time. Also, the caption I thought was pretty funny too. Where do you want to start off? Zach Savoie.
Man, I was ready to get a message ready to send to you boys after prejudging, because when I saw him in the middle at the end with Drew and Shun, I'm like, I'm the only guy that's winning Physique League this week. But it wasn't to be. but that being said, man, like you said, Hart, this guy's just gotten better with every single show that he's jumped on stage. Every single stage he's jumped on. I can't even talk. I'm too busy admiring those obliques in that midsection. Yeah. He was absolutely peeled. I mean, I know Drew is most shredded, but this guy's got to be right up there with him. I mean, this guy was absolutely dialed from the front. From the back, I mean, his back is a little bit of the Achilles heel. I mean, he is weaker in the back. But that being said, I mean, that back will continue to get better. If he can recover with that chest, that pec injury, this guy can do anything. If you looked at him leading up to the show, I think there was a photo of him in the gym before the tan went on. Like, this guy's physique looks nuts. Absolutely shredded. Those abs are detailed. They are just, what more can I say about this guy from the front? This guy has that traditional, silhouette, that beautiful V-taper, the tiny waist, the broad shoulders. This guy's got what it takes to be one of the best. And, fingers crossed this guy is able to make it to Olympia one day.
Well said. I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Zach, when you see this, brother, congratulations. I love how your coach Cuts roasted you with your Miss America pageant wave, and that's exactly what it was. You should coin that, Zach. That should be your thing. Every time you come in, Zach, you need to come in and do that Miss America pageant wave so people know who you are, and then you pose and you got the best obliques on stage. That was absolutely hilarious. Shout out to your coach for that one. Toronto Pro. That was your Toronto Pro, which happened on Sunday. We also had the Mile High Pro, which actually happened on Saturday. And look at this lineup here. Andre Ferguson, Macho, Gochez, Victor Ramirez, Mario Stewart. A lot of fun physiques to look at here. Gaffa, who stands out to you when you look at this?
The 2 guys that stand out right away, of course, Victor Ramirez stands out right away because, well, I just saw him a week or so ago, and his physique is always crispy, bro. Like, when it comes to conditioning, controlling the controllables, having a great set of wheels, the abs go crazy. Like, this is Vic, and he's just got a look to him. He's got that look of men's physique. The back could be wider. Don't disagree with that. He can definitely come up, but he's so well balanced everywhere for the most part. Comparing all the parts to other athletes and everything, it's hard to beat this guy. And his posing is always on point. Like, he just holds his poses. He goes into them, he hits them. Then Gochez, wow. I mean, Gochez's biggest flaw is not muscle density. It is not his shape. It is not anything other than the conditioning. And one day he will nail this conditioning and be inside out insane, peeled. And when he does, this guy is going to be a problem for the league. I mean, he already is. Best calves in the game, probably best calves in all of bodybuilding. And then Macho. I mean, Macho to me, bro, he just continues to improve. He's got probably the smallest waist in the game. I mean, he's got so much muscle on his skeletal frame. It is crazy to see this. You know, shorter guy, poses great. Love that back pose that he does when he like goes in, like, boom. This guy just looks great. His posing is fantastic. It's fun to watch. He changed it from last year. Last year, he would do the grab and go into the back pose like he was at Olympus or so. He hits his poses. He holds them. And that's one thing I'll say when we get into Andre here in a little bit. But, you know, those are the three that stand out immediately when I look up there.
Phil, let me ask you the same question. When you watch this video, I'm running back for you. Who stands out to you, man? Who would you like to talk about? What do you think?
In my eyes, I mean, I'm going to have to say the same two guys. I'm going to say Victor Ramirez right off the get-go. Now, first thing I want to say is I don't think this lighting does these guys any justice because it looks like it's too bright, especially in the midsection. Like when you saw the photo of Andre Ferguson and Victor Ramirez, and then you see him here, his abs don't look as detailed. That midsection doesn't look as tight. When you see him in the live stream, it looks like he almost looks spilled or just a bit soft. But he's got a fun physique. I mean, I'm so rapt that he was able to get back-to-back wins in the US. I mean, I know he was on a mission to get the job done and get out and obviously focus on the 2026 Mr. Olympia. But yeah, he brought a really, really cool package. But also Dallas Botchway. I mean, the guy's an Olympian. Look at how small that waist is. That waist is tiny. Like when you have him standing next to Andre Ferguson,
crazy.
This guy's made that waist look invisible. Really, really cool physiques. Really, really happy for the guys as well. I mean, Botchway, I think this is his first pro show of 2026. And I mean, first hit out to come out second, beating someone a lot like Andre Ferguson, and narrowly missing out on first place by someone like Victor Ramirez is an incredible first hit out. So looking forward to seeing more of Dallas in 2026. Back to you, Hart.
I love that, boys. I love everything you said. I think you're spot on. Victor Ramirez, probably the best poser up there, especially for how much muscle he holds all over his body and in the midsection, the way I've never seen his gut distended, which I think we've seen Vitor do that at times and it's hurt him. Victor Ramirez, he doesn't let that happen. Juan Manuel Goches, to your point, when the day he comes in inside out peeled, he's going to be a problem for every single person in the league. Like the calf, like I like to draw. I'm starting to draw these guys and I love to exaggerate some of the body parts. I don't even have to exaggerate the drawing with Gochez's calves and his legs. Like this guy, his chest, everything just looks so good. Botchway, the waist looks, I'm not going to say it hurts him because it's so small. It's just so small. It's like freaky small. And I love the bubbliness from his physique. We didn't talk about Andre. I'll speak about him in a little bit. Andre, what happened?
Man.
Just joking. Andre, I love you, brother. It's amazing. Like, and I think we say it every week. It's amazing that he's still up here in the first call outs, looking incredible. That classic Andre Ferguson look. There's just other guys, like you said, he's competed in whatever 60 something shows. There's other guys that are just younger, fresher, and are stepping up to the plate while his body is starting to go down. Like Andre's not going to get better after this year, but there's a lot of young guys that are going to get better after this year. And that's just the game of men's physique. That's just how it is. Again, taking nothing away from Andre. He looks sick. Still one of my favorite cores in the game. Alim, what do you think of Andre? I know you listened to a little bit of feedback on him earlier today.
Yeah. I think that there's a couple of things with Andre. Everything that you said, Hart, I agree 100%. You know, everyone continues to evolve and get better. And at some point, you know, age starts to kick in, unless you're like Brandon Hendrickson or you are like Ryan Terry, where you've just stayed on and haven't taken your foot off the gas pedal throughout this duration of time. If you take it off and then try to come back, I think we're starting to see just the reality of life, you know, just biology. It just happens. The other thing too is his posing. I mean, Andre, to me, used to be one of the really good posers in the game, but he just moves around too much. Like, he twitches a lot in the back pose. He's shrugging his shoulders every 2 seconds and everything. And it's like, okay, I'm a judge. I'm trying to judge you, and you're nonstop moving and having these twitches. It's more of a distraction than it is a help. I can understand, like, some guys, what they do, their play is to get into a pose or whatever, and then they move for a quick second because they want to create, while everyone's being still, they want to draw the attention of the judges to them. So they might do like one little thing or do a reset or something like that, go into the X-Man pose or do something. But the twitching looks like you're not comfortable. And, the fact that they rewarded him by even giving him 5th place, I think was a little bit strong compared to some of the other athletes and whatnot, who hit their poses and just control more of those variables a little bit better. But taking nothing away from Andre obviously is one of the most incredible athletes in our game, historically speaking, for sure. I think he's like at 60 shows that he's done now or something like that. I mean, that's just an incredible number to achieve. The experience that he has. I mean, you can learn a lot from Andre, talking with him and just hearing, his experiences and his knowledge, for any of those guys who are younger coming up. So definitely shout out to Andre. What do you think, Avon?
I was actually gonna throw the question back to Hart, because obviously you've been seeing Andre. We've all watched Andre for a long period of time, but you've watched him a little closer than what we have. Is there something that he can do to turn things around? Because we would all love to see Andre Ferguson win another pro show. Obviously, he did really well in the Masters last year, but let's be real. We want to see him win an open pro show. Obviously, secure that 2026 Mr. Olympia. In your eyes, what do you think Andre needs to do to turn this around and secure that first pro show win?
Man, that's a really good question. To secure a pro show win, I mean, has he gotten in the top 3 yet this year, boys?
No.
Then I truly don't think so anymore, unless it's a weaker show than this, because this wasn't a very strong show. Like, not to say that Victor Ramirez didn't earn this one, but when we think about other shows, even the Toronto Pro, I mean, that's a stronger show than this show. Little things that I would correct on Andre Ferguson that I see him, he still does them, but at this age and the way his waist is just kind of grown, like, I don't think he has any more room to relax his abs. If you pay attention to his midsection here, boys, he's relaxed. His waist, look at Gochez's waist. Look at everyone's waist compared to Andre. It doesn't help that he's standing next to Macho, which proves my point even more. Andre's not flexed here. Look at Gochez's waist compared to Andre's. Mm-hmm. Gochez isn't known for the smallest waist. Andre cannot afford to relax his stomach anymore. You don't have the waistline that you had 7 years ago. So if it's just little things, because watch him tighten up here and watch how his core changes. And again, it's like, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Can he learn to stop fidgeting on stage, which he once did back in 2020. He's still kind of doing it. Now guys are standing still. Watch Andre Ferguson finally settle into his abs after 25 seconds. Now he's flexed. To me, the abs should have always been in, because Gochez and the 3 guys on the left, their abs were already in. So to your point, Phil, I don't think so. I don't see Andre Ferguson winning a show this year just because of what he's shown us already this year. This is not a stack show, and he got 5th. It's 2026. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. What do you think, Gaffa?
I agree 1,000%, man. It's like a boxing or fight, right? Like, he can't afford to put his hands down in the middle of the fight. You're in a fight with these guys. If you put your hands down, you're gonna get punched in the face. Your skills are not at the level that they were before, where you could duck, weave, bob, and not get hit with your hands down. You got to keep them up now. You got to change what you're doing, what you're doing, and adjust to the times. Michael Jordan had to adjust to age and to the time. Tom Brady had to do it. Like, the greats adjust in the moment. What they assess themselves, they're real about it. They keep real people around them and tell them the real stuff, and they adjust. Me personally, angle your waist. Don't stand head on anymore. That's not your look anymore. Stop fidgeting. put more muscle on the shoulders. You need more muscle on the shoulders and the chest right now. Got to come in with conditioning. I thought his look last week? No, the week before, the conditioning looked noticeably better, and it still wasn't at the level that it needed to be. So, there's just those things. The shorts, I think that the shorts, having the space in the shorts, having those older school shorts or whatever, need to change. You need to have more form-fitting shorts.
He needs to put some manifest on.
He does. I mean, shout out to Dark Sports, but they don't even make board shorts anymore, really, right? So, I think those things would help. He's posing away here. He's on the left side. He's posing away from the judges. I would be angled towards the judges and angle so they could see what they need to see in my physique, So when you're on the ends, being on the end of a line in comparisons is very, very different than being in the middle. When you're on the ends, you need to angle your body towards the judges so that they can see you. That might mean that you might actually have to change the side you're posing on. You might need to keep the same pose that you have, but angle your feet different so you're no longer on the line. You're kind of angled at a 45-degree on the line. So you're not parallel to the line. You're more angled, or maybe in some cases not adjacent, but close to adjacent on a line. So you got to change up your posing when you're on the ends. And as a veteran, I mean, he knows this. I'm not trying to preach to the choir, but little things. I mean, look at the fold in the back of the lower back and everything. Like you can't go in and expect to win like that. And I mean, again, we say that before, when you have the platform that you have and you have the name and the brand recognition that Andre Ferguson has, and then you make a claim like, hey, I could win the Olympia, and you can't win a show like this or even place top 3, obviously the conversation is over at that point. It's now, how do you want to go off into the sunset, in my humble opinion? Are you going to go off riding on top, stick with masters, do the open shows, help the young guys coming up, which I know, he's been known to definitely do. Andre is just a wealth of information, man. And, again, want to see him just really live up to the hype and the expectations, as we all do. But Father Time comes for us all. I mean, it happens.
I know you see it, Phil. What do you guys notice? Do you see that? I know you see it.
Who are we looking at?
Am I tripping, or does Andre Ferguson, are those calves really that ashy?
Yes, I was looking right at that. His legs look completely different to his upper body. Like, did he tan his legs, or is it the lighting?
It could be the lighting.
Other guys have
no
sheen.
oil.
I mean, Dallas Batres are kind of like Andre's too, but like the other guys got sheen and tan. What the hell happened to his legs, bro?
Yeah.
It's funny you said that, because I was literally looking right at it as Gaffer was talking. I'm like, am I tripping here? Is it the lighting situation, or did he just not tan his legs?
Yeah, that can happen. Okay, let's get off there. Talk
He's got
about
the gloss
Batre.
finish up top and the matte finish down below.
The two-tone.
Let's go over to India, boys. Oh, go ahead, Phil.
I was going to say, quickly before we go over to India, I just want to quickly shout out our sponsors, the guys that are helping us power the show. The first one being Manifest Board Shorts, the best board short company in the men's physique division at the moment. The Heroes and Villains range is currently live. They just actually restocked the South Beach shorts. I don't know if you click on that one on the right. They are dope. When I saw the post come back up, I'm like, oh, I've got to get myself a pair of those. But Heroes and Villains range is still live. Go get yourself a pair of board shorts if you need them. The season has officially heated up midway through. I can't believe we're talking about it. It's already the middle of June. Plenty of shows going on at the moment around the world. So get yourself a pair of Manifest board shorts. MP show at checkout for a bit of a discount. Next is Metabolics. Again, some of the best health supplements in the market. I mean, as bodybuilders, whether you're enhanced or just wanting to live a healthier, better lifestyle, look after the insides. Get your blood work done, but on top of that, get yourself a bottle of both these supplements, the health and kidney support, as well as the liver support. It's all good and well to look good on the outside, but if you're not looking after the inside, the longevity in the sport is going to diminish. So get yourself a couple of bottles of those. MP Show at discount, at checkout as well for a discount. Alpha Physique Fitness, if you're looking for a coach to help guide you throughout either your lifestyle journey, or if you're someone who's looking to compete, head to my Instagram page. There is a link in the bio. Shoot me a DM as well if you want to know more about coaching. Second last is Physique. Speaking of coaching, Physique are doing an incredible job uniting bodybuilders, athletes, everyday individuals with some of the best coaches in the world. Whether you're looking to improve your physique, get on stage, win a pro card, if you need help with posing, if you need help with blood work management, the works, head to Physique. What Sai is doing over there is absolutely incredible. And last but not least, Dr. Campbell over there at the Center of Wellness and Pain Care, some of the best medical practitioners working at the Center of Wellness and Pain Care, stem cell surgery. What did you get done, Gaffer? Stem cell surgery as well?
Yeah, I had it done in my shoulder last year in April. It's a year later, brothers, I can tell you my shoulder is so much better. When you go through the level of pain that I had and then you feel relief, and you felt relief for a past year, it's a game changer. I can lift now, it feels incredible. So shout out to Dr. Swag himself, Dr. Neville Campbell, right there, the swaggiest doctor in all the hemisphere.
Sheesh.
The swaggiest doctor. Guys, if you want any more information about any of the sponsors that are helping us power the show, feel free to DM us, or all their information is going to be in the description below, as well as all the discount codes as well. Let's travel over to India. Let's talk about the Bharat Pro. Tell me.
What's that? What you need, brother?
You know what I need from Doc? I need a little bit of his sweat on me. I feel like that would make me a little bit more GQ. If he could just give me a little bit of that sweat, it would all be all.
That's all
good.
you need.
But let's throw it.
Yeah.
Let's throw it over to India, and let's talk about your first place India Pro champ Manoj Patil does the impossible and beats one of the highest ranked Indian superstars in the world, ANIK Ghosh. Here you have it, the final two call-outs. We got our manifest brother, ANIK Ghosh, we've interviewed, has over 15,000 views. Please go check that out. And Manoj Patil, this was crazy. Imagine the emotions in the room. Let's get into Manoj first, and then we'll get into what happened with ANIK. But this was pretty massive by Manoj. Looks like he's hugging his mother. Who wants to attack this? What do you think he's feeling right now, guys?
Avon. I'm right behind you.
This would be such an incredible feeling. I said this in a reel as soon as the results went live. To win it in front of your family, in front of your home crowd. Manoj is now a two-time Bharat Pro champion, so second time he's done it. But the passion and the passion and the love that the Indian fans have for bodybuilding is something else. Like, you could just feel the energy. I wasn't even there, and I could feel the energy just through videos and live streams and the works. And it obviously shows on Manoj's face after taking home the win. I mean, obviously he was in tears, emotional, to do it in front of his family. I think he might have hugged his wife or his family members, his mum. It would have been such a surreal feeling. But speaking of Manoj, I mean, I actually want to address some of the comments, because I have seen this result has been divided. Some people think that Manoj should have won it. Some people think that ANIK should have won it. I want to give my breakdown as to why I believe and why I think Manoj did deserve to take this one out. First and foremost, when you look at them side by side, Manoj has a lot more size than what ANIK does. Secondly, when you look at ANIK, he didn't bring the same level of conditioning that he brought in 2025. In 2025, he was a lot sharper, a lot detailed. Even this shot alone, the midsection wasn't the typical ANIK Ghosh midsection that we typically see. What Manoj did was he played to his strengths. Yes, he doesn't have the smallest waist, but if you look at his posing, he manipulated his posing so well to make his waist look a lot smaller. And when you're standing side by side with someone like ANIK, you kind of need to, because ANIK will expose the big waist if you're head to head with him and you haven't angled your waist properly. In terms of the conditioning, this guy was absolutely peeled. Take a look at the calves. The calves are a dead giveaway. He's got veins running through those legs.
Crazy.
And the glutes. And not only that, when you turn to the back, the conditioning and the detail in Manoj's back absolutely blew ANIK out of the water. ANIK didn't look as dialed, as conditioned as what Manoj did. Another pointer on what I picked up was the legs. Now, legs aren't the most important things in the world when it comes to men's physique. Now they are playing a part, but Manoj filled out the shorts a lot better than what ANIK filled out the shorts. ANIK's looked a little bit looser. Manoj looked a lot tighter on the quad. And you can just see it there. Like, look at ANIK's quads in comparison to Manoj's quads. Night and day. So in my eyes, I truly believe that the win, Manoj did deserve the win. I'm going to throw it to you, Hart. Sorry, Gaffer. I'm throwing it to Hart. Hart, what do you think?
Yeah, when Manoj brings the conditioning and the fullness, he has a very freaky physique. Like, the chest is crazy, the delts are crazy. Everything is pretty nuts on Manoj. You can really, really see it here. The package he brought, as soon as he came on stage, I knew it was going to be hard to beat. Again, when Manoj brings it, it's a very difficult physique to bring, especially when we take a look at ANIK GHOSH, and it just wasn't his best package. I wish this video would play, but this is actually where I pause it on the video. It didn't look like the best ANIK GHOSH. It didn't look like the biggest ANIK GHOSH, and I'm actually going to throw it over to you, Gaffa, to kind of prove this point. We're going to go over to ANIK GHOSH's profile and bring up how he looked last year. And Gaffa, do you want to kind of summarize the concept I'm talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that we look at when we're assessing, year over year or show after show, physiques, and seeing where guys improve or where they don't. And we know that ANIK has, been trying to put on more muscle, more density and everything. That was a major plan initiative for him. And it looked like he was doing it, but when he cut just now, maybe he just didn't have enough time for that muscle to really settle and stick to the skeletal frame, because he looked a little downsized. There wasn't that level of pop to the muscle that you see. Like, he looks, listen, compared to most people on the planet Earth, he looks phenomenal right here. I mean, most people will never achieve a look like this ever in their lifetime. Never have, never will. However, when you look at this, look at his obliques and the lines that from like the middle of his obliques down towards his hands. It's a little shallow. Now, granted, it's lighting, it's maybe the filter on this picture or whatever, but it's kind of noticeable. And the chest. The chest, you can see the fullness in the chest right there. Now, just kind of take a mental snapshot of that. And Hart, can you go to the when he won last year, the Charu?
Yeah, I know I'm not going crazy here.
Where is it?
I mean, let's see. I mean, even
there it is.
Even the Asia Pro.
I mean, look the lines a little bit more lines. Definitely the waist looks tighter. Now, granted, it's a different angle in the picture, but his chest looks a little bit fuller. It looks like he has more pop to the chest, a little bit fuller to the chest. I got to tell you, Manoj came out and he reminds me of the Knicks. The underdog that everyone, me included for sure, had ANIK winning the show. Look at that picture that you just showed. Wow, that thumbnail looked crazy. But I had ANIK because of the conditioning, because of the presentation, how he depicts and shows off his physique, holds his poses. I mean, there's just more lines going on here last year than there were this year. I mean, that's just the truth. If you've got eyes and you count lines, you can see the difference. And this year, I think he had a little bit more water in his back than he had the year previously when he won. And I just think that Manoj came with a shredded, peeled inside out look. He's got a wider clavicle. He's got a little bit more density in the back than ANIK does. I think ANIK won last year because all the other variables that he controlled. The overall package just flowed better last year. Looked super, super peeled, super conditioned. But he's right there, man. He'll be right back. And I think, maybe another meal would have done him justice or whatever, and maybe made that muscle press up against the skin a little bit more to give him a little bit more fullness and a little bit more pop. So shout out to ANIK. ANIK GHOSH is definitely going to be an Olympian this year. I mean, I don't think that there's any doubt in anyone's mind. He just didn't win this show, and he came in second. I mean, not bad at all. But right there, when he does that one hand bicep and he's kind of leaning, you can see the back and a little bit of the ripples right there in the lower portion of the back. So I mean, he didn't have that last year. That's why Manoj, I believe, won. Agree with you, Phil.
Do you think just quickly? Do you think that we're going to see ANIK jump back on stage this week? If you pull up the pro show schedule for me, what's your thoughts, Gaffer? Do you think we're going to see him jump into one of these Asian shows coming up? I know there's a where is it? There's Huanji Chinese Pro coming up next week. There's Thailand Pro. There's Tokyo Pro happening the week after. Do you see? I mean, we know that ANIK's got one pro show win at the moment. I mean, he's almost there. He just needs to secure that second one, and he can lock it down and focus on the Olympia. But I want to ask both you boys: do you boys see ANIK jumping into one of these shows, or do you think he's gonna hold off and wait maybe to July or August to jump back on stage?
Fuck,
Yeah, Hart, you want to take it?
What do you think? I think he will. I mean, he should. I mean, he has his opportunity to compete in either Thailand, China, Europe, Tennessee, Alabama, if he wants to go all the way there. I mean, that'd be nice for him to be able to qualify, and then he can shut it down or relax for a few more weeks, month or two, and then get ready for the O. I would if I was ANIK. I hope he does. He needs a little bit of redemption. Hopefully they can collect some data and be better this weekend.
I agree.
My answer to that is I'm going to take the guessing out of the equation, and I'm just texting him right now. Let's see. Oh, he's sitting us back right now. Literally.
This is live.
Right now.
We might have an answer live.
ANIK
He'll be in Taiwan. Yeah, he's doing the Taiwan 19th of July. That's his next show.
Taiwan 19th of July next month. Okay, so he's jump back on stage next month.
Okay, cool. We're rooting for you, brother. We love you and we wish you the best, ANIK.
Absolutely. Yeah. July 19th, Taiwan Pro he's doing. Shout out to ANIK GHOSH, one of the most phenomenal young athletes coming up out of India, stamping India like Amit, like Bhuwan, the Godfather himself, the OG, and of course Manoj, and so many other guys from India. Incredible physiques. Go ahead, Art.
Avon. Nabir Kanka. Aleem, I said Nabir Kanka in the sauna the other day with a bunch of Turkish guys, and they had no idea what the hell I was saying, but I didn't care. Avomp. Talhal Kilik is in the building, looking like Jay Cutler in 1999, looking massive, bro. This guy, Thailand Pro. We're going to pull up another guy, of course, and you know who I'm going to pull up, but what do you think his chances are winning this show?
Man, I reckon he's right there. I mean, it's very, very... I mean, he competed a couple of weeks ago. He did the Morocco Pro. I think he came in the top 3. The guy's every show that he's done in 2026, he's been right there. He's just beaten by some better athletes, some bigger athletes, but this guy has brought it in. If there's one guy that's going to bring conditioning to Thailand next week, it is this guy. I want to know, firstly, is anything that this guy can't do. He's in the military, he's a boxer, he plays football, he watches football, he does everything. You know, he was doing dips. I mean, you show him, get the video up of him doing dips.
Oh yeah, the dip.
Man, where's the dips?
This guy's a freak, bro. Where's the dips?
Here's the dips. Look at this. Like, he's just standing.
Stupid. He's in peak week looking like this. What is this, bro?
This, you know what this is? This is a walking anatomy chart. That's what that is.
Bro.
You can see every fiber, every line, every striation, everything. This guy is going to, I'm telling you, I'm putting on the record, this guy's going to be the most peeled guy in Thailand next week. Hart, sorry, you're coming second.
Dude. Absolutely insane. So, Liam, I'm going to throw it over to you. There's an Indonesian superstar in the making also doing the Thailand Pro. And then I'll go back to Avon for the next Indonesian superstar. But our boy, the aesthetic kid, Muhammad Rifki out of Indonesia, is doing the Thailand Pro. I mean, you think about Talhal Kilik. Wow. You think about Muhammad Rifki. What do you think? Look at this matchup. Break it down.
Bro, Muhammad Rifki and Talhal Kilik, of course. These guys are just the new wave that's coming into the division. Shooter. And it is so exciting to see the level of polish that these... I mean, back in the days, guys were not this polished. They didn't have this level of detail. They didn't have this level of conditioning. They didn't have this... The posing is poised. They hit the poses. I mean... Just the level of knowledge and understanding to see how the division has grown and these guys are helping to usher it into the future is amazing to see. Look at how wide his back is. This guy has one of the best backs in all the league, bar none. Like, I mean, if you look at his size, if we're going pound for pound, okay, this guy, Muhammad Rifki, has one of the best backs in the game. It's wide, it's thick, it's dense, pause. He's got great obliques. He's got lines for days. I mean, Are there things that he needs to bring up? Yes, he needs to make the chest a little bit fuller. He's probably flat here, but I'm just saying in general from seeing other shows and whatnot. But the level of detail, the arms flow into the shoulders. The shoulders could have a little bit more pop to them. They could come up a little bit, and the chest could come up. But look at that back. I mean, what? Are you kidding me? Stop playing. The guy's got more lines than Tony Montana doing lines on his desk at the end of Scarface. I mean, it's all there. He's got detail in the upper traps. The rhomboids are pressing through the middle of the middle traps. The directors are all there. I mean, everything in the back. This guy is just, man, I can't wait to see him this weekend. He's going to be phenomenal. And he's got a set of wheels. So it's not like this guy is just top heavy. He's not a Y frame. He's an X frame. He's got wheels. So, woo! This is gonna be exciting, boys. I'm stoked. What you got? Hart?
Phil, but
I'm ready.
how is Muhammad Rifki gonna win the Thailand Pro when his big brother, the Prince of Indonesia, just collabed with the damn poster?
I don't even know if his brother knew about that. I reckon he was keeping that one under wraps. I reckon Isai told him he's doing the week after. But I thought he was going to do the Tokyo show. But I mean, here you go. This is like the master versus the student right here. This is amazing.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this. Isai, I mean, obviously did Pittsburgh a couple of weeks back, but now number 13 in the world is ready to. He wants to claim that second pro show win. He did it in New Zealand late last year. He's right there. I mean, he stood up against some of the best in the world at Pittsburgh. He kind of, he did well. I mean, he stood his ground against some of the best athletes in the world. And yeah, when I saw this photo, I remember I sent it to you. I'm like, this guy looks like he's come straight out of the Mattel toy factory because it almost looks AI, but it's not AI. Like this guy, I know I said that, Talhal Kilic is going to be the most ripped guy on that stage, but this guy's coming close. That's for sure. I mean, look at the body parts. Look at everything, the bubbliness. And if there's one other guy that can do everything, it is this guy. He's riding motorbikes. He's playing volleyball. He's playing soccer. He's doing everything. And man, I mean, the guy's an athlete. The guy's a freak. The guy is obviously.
Phil, speaking of athlete, did you see his vertical? This guy has like a Michael Jordan 46-inch vertical, bro. Did you see his vertical
when he was playing volleyball?
What was it, volleyball? I think he was playing.
Well,
and his like feet
he needs
are
to
at the
post
top
that,
of the
bro.
damn.
He needs to actually
net,
post that.
damn near. That's what it seems like.
We saw that on his story. Yeah, I'm with you, Ha. He needs to post that somewhere because
Who's this, Phil?
I don't know. It's baby Isai. This was Isai. He ate Isai. Isai ate that guy.
I could have so much fun on this profile. I could stay here forever just looking at this guy.
Literally, like he's got a set of wheels on him. Like, I don't know. I mean, if he does this show though, does he do Tokyo the week after, or does he just lock it down? Because I'm pretty sure
if he wins the show,
I'm pretty sure he was supposed to do Tokyo. From my understanding,
I mean, from a fan base perspective, he should do Tokyo. In my humble opinion, just for the fans and whatnot. Obviously, you want to place well. It costs, it's time, it's a lot of things. But I mean, you're already in a flow state at this point. You might as well, in my humble opinion, just go after it, go get it.
I got a question.
Did you guys see this?
Yeah. Oh wait, no.
I hope Fathers and Sons reached out because we were talking about
I remember this
about a month ago, and then Fathers and Sons, let's get this shoot booked in and tagged Isai. I hope that happens, man.
Fingers crossed. The guy deserves it. I mean, you know what? How do we get some sort of commission for that? If that goes ahead, we're gonna speak to Isai. If it wasn't for us, that contract wouldn't have gone ahead. Hey, Hart, are you gonna go to the show? How far is it from you, actually? Is it near you?
No, I spoke with Michael. Shout out to our boy Michael. I'm not going to go to the show, even though it's going to be freaking nuts, and it's not too far from me. But he says he'll probably get some footage over for us for our show, though, which will be sick.
Nice. Yeah, it'll be a crazy, crazy show. Big names.
Well, we'll be in Philippines, so there's that.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing that show that we know about? Talhal? Isai,
Rifki. There's some hitters, bro. There's some hitters that Wednesday or Thursday morning when we drop our next show, we'll definitely have a lot of guys because we got 5-6 shows this weekend, Horde. So we'll have a lot of guys that we're going to talk about come Wednesday. Phil dropped an amazing reel about one of the craziest physiques that is an IFBB pro, but hasn't done a lot of damage out of France. Not a NASCAR driver, but pretty damn close to it. The same damn thing. Jesse, say his last name, Phil?
Piguri. Piguri.
Aleem Bolton. I'm going to hand this off to you because Phil is good at talking about him. And you're a natural at it as well. What do you think of Jesse Piguri? 11 days out. So now it's about 5 days out, but this is 11 days out update. What do you think of this physique? Manifest brethren, by the way.
Well, first of all, he's a manifest brethren, and he's out of France. So, bonjour, mon frère. You already know. All right. You already know. So, hey, man, I would literally sit down and have some croissants with him and talk about what the hell he's doing to get this grainy, bro. Is he eating sand? Is he just like at night rubbing sandpaper on himself or gluing it to himself? Because he is freaking grainy. Look at the graininess. The vascularity goes crazy. And what's cool is just to show a little bit of the collaboration and camaraderie that exists. It's crazy because Paul Gustave told us about him. And I was talking to Paul. I'm like, who else out of France is making noise? And he mentioned Jesse. So it is just dope to see how look at those rectors, crazy, bro. Hang the Christmas tree lights on them. Hang the Christmas balls on them. Pause. Put the presents underneath. Let's go. Because this dude is not playing games with the Christmas tree. But Paul Gustave shouted him out and said this is a guy to pay attention to and to look at. So again, the guys from all over the world are bringing it, and this is just another example of an athlete that really could take it somewhere. It looks good in the lighting right here. He looks shredded. He looks peeled. But as we all know, all that doesn't mean anything unless you can deliver on stage. And the fact that he's a race car driver, it tells you the guy thinks quickly. His brain is wired to like problem solve, to move. So I'm sure he's assessing his physique in the same light, saying, hey, what do I need to do? How do I need to continue to improve? And he's doing it on the fly. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 abs basically right there. I mean, dude is killing it, man. Great. Kudos to him, man. Great physique. Avon, thanks for shouting him out, bro. That was a good reel. Great reel. Great talking head.
And he's hopped on the show before and given predictions of shows. This is one of our boys. You know what this reminds me of? This looks like me in the morning when I'm trying to get a poop out. That's the same type of things I'd be doing.
That's hard after he's down 4 coconuts in one day.
Yeah, you warned me about that.
There's no fat.
I put my shirt on my mouth and everything like that. That's crazy.
It's crazy that you do that. You almost looks like you have a shiesty on right there. Like you put the shiesty mask on right there,
Right?
Wow.
Last back session in France. This is Paul Gustave's boy. Jesse, all jokes aside, we're rooting for you. Bring the heat. The conditioning does look good. Hope the posing is good as well. And we're really excited. The last thing we want to end on is some inside intel that we found out about Ali Bilal. And I'll let you just take it from here, Gaffa. What's going on with Ali? What information did you kind of get that you want to share?
Man, shout out to our brother Ali Bilal, man, the Afghan blade. First of all, what I love about Ali is Ali's a true competitor. He's a true warrior, and he's the kind of guy that does not make excuses if he takes an L. He doesn't come out with a laundry list of excuses. In fact, he prefers not even for people not even to know about it. But because the stakes are so high, it's important, and that's what our platform brings to the table. We're able to kind of talk for the athletes, or at least point stuff out. Not talk for them, but point stuff out that other up-and-coming athletes or pro athletes just need to consider when they're getting ready for a show or they're at a show. Variables that can impact your physique and alter your physique, and the level of crispiness and pristine that Ali normally brings. Why it was a little tainted, if you will, and it's because Ali was out the night before, had some burger and fries, and they just didn't sit well with him, and it had him totally dehydrated after having to basically live in the bathroom the night before. And then he hits the stage at Pittsburgh, and he didn't come with the best package even though the back came up. So clearly his back came up. So there was, we all had our eyes centered on the back because that's been his Achilles heel, and that clearly came up. And you look at that physique, and again, even that's after being dehydrated and not getting in the proper amount of water and fluids that he would have otherwise had coming into the show. So not saying that it would have altered the placing or anything, but we do have to recognize that that's something that goes into stress, where you're looking at yourself and you're saying, man, I've been basically crapping all night and I'm dehydrated. I've got the show tomorrow. I still got to show up and still got to show out. And I'm not hitting on all cylinders right now. That messes with anyone's head. Has to, because it's a variable now. You have to be concerned with it. It's like being a fighter in the ring and your nose gets broken. Yeah, you're still going to push through, but you can't breathe like you normally do. You got to be conscientious not to blow through your nose, or it's just going to get even worse. So there's just it alters. Variables can alter your performance, and that altered his performance for sure. So Ali, shout out to Ali Bilal again. He's not even gonna say anything. We're saying it. This is our boy. This is our brother, and he's gonna give love like he's doing right here to Chiron. What a beautiful picture, man. This is the camaraderie that we have in men's physique. And Chiron deserved it, man. He came with the best package that day. But wow, when athletes from other places, other countries come here, and Phil, you'll experience this when you come here to the States. The food here in the States is so different because it's so processed than the foods outside. So you could eat the same burger. You buy burgers, not like he didn't eat a burger before or eat half fries before, but it's produced different here. We saw it with Tomas the other week in the southern USAs, where it impacted him. He was bloated. He was very gassy and stuff like that, and had to deal with it to bring his midsection back in because it looked totally inflamed 2 days, a day and a half before, and he couldn't eat anything. He had to basically step on stage with no food for over 24 hours in order to try to bring his look back. That is going to alter your look, and is putting your body through a different set of stress, and stress, cortisol, reflects back on the body. You're not as peeled, you're not as crispy as you normally would be. So again, heart of a true champion, Ali Bilal, the Afghan Blade, men's physique horde member. You know how we do.
I love that. I want to finish on something a little bit lighthearted. I haven't told you guys about this yet, but I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Edvan Palmeira has been spending a lot of time with the bull, Emerson Costa, lately. Have you guys noticed what's been going on with those two boys? You guys been seeing
Hell
this?
yeah, I do.
You guys been seeing this?
What's
You
going
see him
on?
Can you see him on screen?
It's trying.
Oh, it's trying. We're loading. Is it still trying?
What do you want me to pull up? What is? Oh, you created this.
Can you see it?
Well, yeah. We see Emerson Costa.
Yeah. He's been sleeping everywhere. Emerson Costa's been caught by Edvan Palmeira sleeping at the gym. He's sleeping at home. He's sleeping in the car. Edvan Palmeira's actually named him Melatonin Emerson, or Emerson Melatonin, because of how much this guy sleep. Gaffer, you got any insight on this? Because I know you're close to him. What's been going on with Emerson?
The hell?
Hey, Emerson will literally, you could be in the middle of a conversation with Emerson and he could knock out right in front of you, bro. True story. Okay. So
That's amazing.
The Southern USA's does when we did the video, we
He was
caught
on
him
the floor.
knocked out. Yeah.
He was sleeping on the floor.
Listen, the Brazilian bull has to sleep, bro. He needs a lot of sleep. There's a lot of muscle tissue on that frame. He needs to get rest, bro. But he will freaking sleep anywhere on the spot. There, he's rocking the shirt. He will fall asleep anywhere, in a car, in a chair, jumping out of a plane, skydiving. Like, he will fall asleep on you, bro. No doubt. I love him. Emerson is massive special place in my heart for Emerson and Edvan, obviously. All the brothers out there, Vitor. These guys are just amazing, man. The love that they have, and they've got that type of camaraderie where they can play around with each other like that, and it's comical. So love it. But yeah, Emerson will fall asleep fast, bro.
I love that. When I saw him fall asleep in the gym, I'm like, what? How is it even possible that someone is able to fall asleep in a gym? Like, surely there's music
in
blaring.
between sets.
In between sets.
Look at him.
Surely there's some sort of pre-workout that was taken beforehand, unless he had too much caffeine and he crashed. I don't know what was going on, but I thought I'd share that one before we wrap up today.
Hilarious.
Oh man, that's so good. I did not expect that. That was funny as hell.
I thought you were going to say you're pregnant or you're having a baby.
Not yet.
Like,
Not
damn.
yet.
Well, I hope you're trying out there in Greece.
No comments. No comments. If my parents see this, they're gonna start asking questions. No. Don't get any wrong ideas, boys. Anyway,
he's tapping into. Hey, Phil. He's tapping into some of the Greek gods out there to give him some of the Olympus strength.
I know he is wearing the manifest too, wearing the new Stormbreakers too, slipping
wearing the
through.
Stormbreakers with Zeus literally giving him electrical charges. Listen,
why do you think I'm staying so close to the Acropolis? Just so a lightning bolt can hit me.
Yo, quick
wrap this
shout
one
out
up.
to the New York Knicks. Hence, you see your boy. All right, New York Knicks. I saw a comment, boys, the other day that you talk to a New Yorker, they're going to sound different for the next 5 years now that the Knicks have won. They're correct. All right, let's just. I just want to warn you boys up front right now. There will be a lot of analogies made to the Knicks from me. All right, on a go forward. I don't know. Okay, it's going to be crazy. But anyway, shout out to the New York Knicks showing the heart of champions. When people think that you're not good, they bet against you. They don't think that you got it, and you still step up and deliver. You control what you can control, and that's what bodybuilding is all about. You control what you can control. People might have you counted out. Even on our show, we might not have you as the top first, second, or third or whatever. Show up, do your thing, prove everyone wrong. We want to see it. We want to see people become the best of the best and best versions of themselves. So do it, lock in.
We're putting Jalen Brunson on the thumbnail.
I don't even know who that is.
Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks. He's the captain of the New York Knicks, my guy.
He's the GOAT of New York.
He's the GOAT of New York right now.
There you go. I'm starting to become Americanized now. That's my first bit of American.
Listen, I have talked so much shit to people about the New York because of the New York Giants beating the Patriots. All right, Tom Brady was on a perfect season and got all the way to the finals, and then Eli Manning with a shitty ass, crappy record that the Giants had, shouldn't have even been in the championship game. Wind up clicking at the last second. They gel and they.
What year was that?
That was I know this off the top of my head too. Normally it's 2000 and what's that? 2003, I think it was, or something. I'll look that shit up.
Was that crazy catch on the helmet?
Yeah, on the helmet.
Back on the helmet. Yeah.
And yo, get this. My boy, who's a football player or ex-football player, that throw was thrown on him. So that's just crazy unto itself. Like he was and literally got let go the next year from the Patriots. I think because of that throw. So the immaculate catch, the helmet catch.
There you go.
That was crazy. Yeah.
So wrap it up.
What an episode, boys. Hey, Horde, be prepared because this weekend we actually have 6 shows to talk about in the next OTS. Get ready for that one, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, now is your opportunity to do so. Like we mentioned earlier in the episode, 30,000 loyal Horde subscribers that have continued to watch our journey, watch us commentate, watch us report on the men's physique division. So if you haven't joined on board, if you haven't jumped on board, if you haven't joined the Horde, now is the time to do so. Also, tap the bell icon to be one of the first to see every episode when they go live, every interview when they go live. Also, make sure to like and drop a comment on this video. Really helps with the algorithm. And also, take a screenshot of this episode, whether you're using your phone, your iPad, your TV. Take a photo, use a QR code in the top right corner, upload it to your Instagram story. Tag the Men's Physique Show official, Hart McGrath, Aline Bolton, and Philip Naselli, and we'll reshare that to our stories to help push and promote this show to the broader and the wider bodybuilding community around the world. Last but not least, a special shout out to everyone helping us, all the sponsors powering the show: Manifest Board Shorts, Metabolic, Physique, ProSeek, and Dr. Campbell over there at the Center of Wellness and Pain Care. All the discount codes, all the information is in the description below. Boys, I'm so wrapped that we got through this episode without any technical difficulties. So I'm going to wrap this one up now before I jinx myself. Enjoy the rest of the morning, the afternoon, the evening, whatever time you're watching this one, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Amen.